guess if people out there thinking about doing Innovatrix, I can just say from my position, my main focus was on business, and it's only been 7 weeks for me, and since I had it, and quite frankly, my business has skyrocketed in 7 weeks.
Before I did the Innovatrix, I had performance issues. I had self-doubt. I struggled with nerves, judgment, anxiety. It'd beat me up, because I'd be so worried about what people thought, and actually going out there and then being judged, But just through 3 sessions, he'd wiped the whole lot, and now I'm probably one of the most confident people that people have probably met, I think anyway.
Does Innovatrix work? Oh, this is just nuts. Well, I'm just back from the men's group. It's Thursday night. I have I've run away, I've changed continents to avoid doing public speaking, even doing presentations to small groups. But I was delivering something that I hadn't delivered before. I've been promising to deliver for 6 months. Normally the day before I would have spent all day getting ulcers, worrying about it, looking up everything, worrying about my wording and stuff. And all day I'm just sort of going, oh yeah, I guess I'd better do the printouts and it'll all work out, I won't have any problem. Should be, but it was no big deal. This is awesome. Innovatrix has done this 2 sessions, and something that's crippled me my whole life. It's just, I laugh at it now. It's just nothing. Oh, thank you, Caleb. This is awesome.
I just can't believe how quickly my reality has changed in such a short period of time, which, I thought was going to take, a long time to overcome. It's only been 7 weeks again since I had my session, and I've had a massive breakthrough financially. So I don't know if it's a coincidence, but yeah, it just so happened that right after I started doing Innovatrix is when I had a breakthrough, and I'm going after what I want and I'm manifesting what I want.
I would never have thought that this could be done, In the back of my mind, every single day I was thinking, this is not going to work for men, as soon as I did 1 session, I just could not wait to get back in there and do another ones.
Nervousness and anxiety, out of 10, I would rate that as an 11. It overwhelms me, it completely changes the direction of everything I'm doing. It halts me in my tracks of anything I want to do or achieve. It is the catalyst for me to run away and escape. I left a country, I left a continent because of that. I don't know what happened to the anxiety, but it's fucked off somewhere. I'm not feeling it at the moment at all, because I just want to laugh at that 11 out of 10. I know it was real then, but it's not now. The intensity of it to me 2 hours ago was real. But if I think about it now, I just want to laugh. Wow, hey, this shit really works for men, doesn't it?
So I want Innovatrix because I just want a better life all around. Just take away my nerves, anxiety, what people are going to think about me, anything judgmental, and just have a little bit more power. Don't be so a little bit soft-natured, Yeah, and with the horses and stuff, I get a bit anxiety and the nerves, especially when you go to the jump, at a big competition, everyone's out there with their grooms and people they're looking at you, and I'm like, geez, I'm getting real nervous now. If I just went out there and rode, there's nothing ever happened, I'd be perfect rounds all the time, but because I get so nervous and I'm worried about what everyone's gonna think, and that's when I do make a few mistakes here and there, but if you're just being yourself out there riding, nothing can ever happen, so you'd be fine. At the end of the day, I'm just not gonna keep going. To any events, I'll just probably just give up.
Being a trader, out in this remote out where we are, I've never done anything like this before, so especially for a man, it's not something that we do every day. My experience, it's been great. Even tonight, I couldn't wait to get back on. After the first session, I felt so good the next day and all the week, and there's been a few shows and stuff come up that I would never just go out and just, as soon as it opens, put all my entries and everything in, straight away, because I can't wait to get there and jump. In myself, the last week, I've been totally different to what I was before. Motivation, enthusiasm, you just feel better in yourself, so but you just become a better person from it. And for anyone around you, you know, yeah, can't wait for the weekend actually.
I would have left on Thursday afternoon. I mean, like anyone that come to me, I was like, oh, how it is. I wasn't. There was nothing there, you know. Like, I was like, it was awesome. Yeah, I loved it. And even like going to the ring and that, you know, I was like, yeah, I was like so switched on, and I just couldn't wait, like to get there and perform. It was really good company. Like the horses that I was jumping against were like top class. So before, you know, I'd be so nervous and stressed and like, oh, like, well, you know, well, if I get down there, you know, and it's, you know, it's just not going to happen for me, you know, and then like, what are people going to think? I don't want to talk to them, and I'll be like a bit backward to even to talk to people, you know. And I was so confident that, like, you know, I couldn't wait to get out there and jump. So it was cool. Yeah, I loved it. Like even my riding ability, I think like I improved so much just from having the understanding of like who really cares. I'm there to do what I want to do. Now over the 3 days of competition, like the horses jumped well, and yeah, like, a heap of placings and some good prize money, and it was I wanted to keep going for another couple of days, but I had to come home and go out to work. Yeah, man, if it can work for me, you know, it can work for anyone. So.
It's only been around 2 months. I've made more this month than I've ever had in my bank account. Like the money I've got there now, I've never had that much. I've made it all in a month, which is next level. That's breakthrough, I think. That's just breakthrough. It's just like, give me more, and I know it's out there. It's just so powerful. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just like, it's a clear, empowering state of mind that I'm in now. Yeah, when before it was like, you know, very scarce, you know, helpless, you know, it was stuck, it was bogged down, it was like a big weight, and now it's like this freeing, empowering feeling, and I'm going after what I want, and I'm manifesting what I want. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, pretty amazing.
What are you focused on in that moment when you're feeling that fear of rejection? What would you be focused on?
Everything going wrong, not getting the outcome I want, all the bad things. It's like that paralyzed feeling.
What would you care about? What would you be caring about?
Like I'd be caring about getting shut down, not getting validation. I feel little, it's kind of little, yeah, small. I'd be thinking, I want to do this approach, I want to go speak. That's what I'd be thinking.
So what would you be doing though?
Standing still, just standing still.
Why?
I'm too scared.
Yeah.
A little bitch.
That's good. Come on, man, let's do it. Close your eyes. And open your eyes. In that situation, what are you focused on?
Going after what I want.
Mm-hmm. What would you care about in that situation?
I'd be caring about how can I make money here? How can I go out, make value, give value, make business?
Yeah. What would you be thinking?
I can give, place to be here,
Mm-hmm.
on the same kind of playing field. Who can help me? What's going to get me to where I want to go?
Mm-hmm.
To where I want to be?
So what would you be doing?
Walking around, shaking people's hands, hey.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it was me before. 25 minutes ago, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that was me. I can't explain it, man.
Wow.
No, it's definitely a really big one for me.
Yeah.
The other night I went to a pub and I grabbed a drink. I seen a guy just standing on his own, just went straight up to him like an older guy. And before you know it, we were having like a conversation. So
You can help me. Walking around, shaking people's hands, hey.
soon found out he was into business, and he was about to go meet up with a guy that actually ran, which is a $40 million company. And so he was about to go meet up with him, and he's friends with him.
Place to be here, on the same kind of playing field. I can give.
So I got all of his details. This guy like sent me a message with his number and just said to have for me to look over his website with my own business.
How can I go out, make value, give value, make business?
Which is really, really cool. Pretty much what would have happened in the past was I never would have like approached people just because of my fear of rejection. And
it's like that paralyzed feeling, standing still. I'm too scared. Yeah. A little bitch.
But yeah, I just honestly did not even think about it. Before you know it, I was just kind of walking over there and just, what's up, how's it going?
What's going to get me to where I want to go, to where I want to be? How can I make money here?
And this could potentially lead to a business deal and like a really, really amazing network, which is pretty incredible. Innovatrix has affected my confidence in for me, my biggest issues were in business. Other parts of my life I was quite content with, but the business part was what I wanted to change, which I have changed. And with the confidence side of things, I'm going to a meeting and I'm quite clear-headed. I'm happy. I'm not anxious beforehand. I'm not thinking about the night before. Honestly, when I used to make sales, have sales phone calls and that, I would be that anxious to the point where I'd rather that person cancel on me so I didn't have to go to it, which is pretty fucked up. And now I'm just going there and looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. That's the big shift. I've got a meeting next week and I'm looking forward to it because I know it's going to help me get what I want. Not so much scared about what's going to happen with the outcome. So it's something I'm looking forward to and excited about. Yeah. So I had it was a disbelief in myself, and before Innovatrix it was a pretty strong 10 out of 10. I just disbelief I can do something, and since then it's only been 2 months. It's I've achieved quite a bit, and for me a lot of Innovatrix has revolved around how it's affecting my business life, and it's been I think my first session about 7 weeks ago, and we had paralyzed and stuck and can't break through as being a 10 out of 10, and I've just completely broken through. I felt stuck. That's how I was it felt like this big suppressed weight was on me, and now the weight's just kind of gone. The feeling of being paralyzed just doesn't exist. All I see now is an abundance, and beforehand it was this big block that I'm if I just get past this block, I know I'm gonna do it. I know I'll be fine. And that was just a mixture of all these things here. And now that I've broken through that with obviously the help of removing it, it's just it's broken now. All I see is opportunity. All I see is opportunity out there. Yeah. It's crazy.
For the last 12 months I've been involved in men's groups, which is doing work with men around issues around relationships, around anger, around pain, frustration. But for me, my stuff was so deep, I would never allow myself to open up. In 3 sessions, all that stuff that I've been hiding in there is just gone. Completely.
Being held back and not feeling good about taking action was a place that I was really at. Now I'm at a place where I'm free and I'm taking action and feeling good in the process of it. At the start of Innovatrix, you're really going to be able to pinpoint what it is that's holding you back. The process really helps bring out all the crap in your brain, and you just got to be honest with yourself about it. And once you bring it up and you define it, you can remove it.
For anyone that wants to help themselves and help everyone around them, I reckon you're mad if you don't do it. Without doing this, I would have been stuck in the same boat, I'm doing the same old things, and I would have been nervous and worried about what people think. But now I just want to get myself out there and perform so much better. It's only been 4 weeks, so what's another 4 years going to do?
If it can work for me, it can work for anyone.